Well, we continue with the Davinci Resolve course, where today we are going to see how to import our content to the timeline. Well, the first thing we are going to do is go to the computer. And here we will be just as we left it in the previous chapter with our Davinci Resolve course library and the test interface. Let's open the test interface folder, and here we have the test for the course. You can see that there's a clip inserted here because I've done some tests before, but hey, I've left everything ready so that now we can start everything from scratch. We're in the edit tab and here with the media panel open. Okay, which is this one here with the media panel. This is where we are going to do all the importing of all our clips, doing it from the edit tab. It is the closest thing to what we have previously worked with in Final Cut or Adobe Premiere or wherever we come from to import all our content. So let's go to the window halfway to see it. Okay. And this is where we are going to start seeing all our content, right? Here we are going to create our folders. It's okay that I, for example, can create one. Here they call it a tray, which is the right button create tray or uppercase Control N, and we create a tray and we are going to call it, for example, videos. Okay, we are going to create another tray with the right button and we are going to call this, for example, audio. To rename it is simply with the indicated folder we give it a clip again and we can rename it, okay? Audio, I'm going to create another tray called, for example, oops, I've created it inside. Look at what has happened. As I was in here, I created the tray inside the audio so that this doesn't happen to me. I have to go to main and now, right click create tray, which is going to be called, for example, what I tell you, music. And another one that is called, for example, create a tray, that is called, for example, sound effects to have everything a little tidy. Everything we do here in the media tab. Note that if I now go to the edit tab, all the folders that we have just created here are in our multimedia panel, which is what I have told you before, that we can do everything directly from here. So good, but since the media tab is here, well, I'm going to show it to you too, but we can do the same thing from here. What can we win in the media tab? Well, for example, we can go here directly to navigate our units. Okay. Let's go. For example, what do I tell you? Let's go see what we can import. Here is the same. See that I have the resources here and here. For example, to import the videos, I would simply drag them to the videos tab. What's going on? Here, for example, notice that the preview monitor for this video opens, which is the same as the source monitor. And here what I could do. For example, if I hover the mouse over the clip, I could give an entry point these basic concepts in editing entry point from where I want the clip to start. That to generate an entry point I would hit the I key and an entry point is created for me. Notice that I have been placed here and on the key when I want to exit to the key or exit point. Okay, we do this when we don't want to import the entire clip. Here I can move the exit entry point wherever I want. Okay, this is the source monitor and stop. Well, we are going to do a little spoiler in next chapters. I can here go with the left cursor frames backwards to make it more precise or even pulling these handles. If I pull back, I would go much more accurately backwards, pulling back or pulling forward. If you see that it does not process it correctly or that we have cuts, we will simply see this later too, but we can give it to play proxy mode. 4th resolution, and here we are going to see it. More, with less jumps, with more fluidity. Okay, well, I want to put the entry point here, for example, let's say well, and then I want to put the exit point, for example here in the OK. We can also add an in point and an out point with these two little buttons, and now we can do either with the in point or out point. Put it in the videos tab. And if this is important, take a look, it says change project's frame rate. What does this mean? Change the frame format. I don't change it, because notice that the timeline is already in the frames that we wanted. We made the project in 1920 by 1080 at the frames per second that I wanted, and since this video is recorded in 4K, it is telling me that if I want to change the project to 4K I don't want to change it. And this that we have imported, we go to the addition tab. Only the entry point is already imported, the exit point that I have chosen. But hey, the normal thing is we are going to eliminate it. The normal thing is that we have imported it completely, without an entry point, at an exit point. We put it in change and here we have it complete. In the edit menu it is in the editing part, the origin, we will see the full clip. There we have it, but you know that we can do it from here. Then, when we see the timeline, how to put our content in the timeline, we will be able to see that in the edit tab we will be able to create the entry points and exit points directly here, which is the same as the entry point about to start in the timeline would take me directly, just a little piece that I have chosen. Okay, there you have it. Okay, but this, as I told you, we will see later. And now notice that it has been created for me as soon as I have clicked. The timeline has been created for me and I am going to delete it for the moment, because it is not the chapter now on the timeline. Well, we're still in the media, or well, we're going to do it directly from the editing tab, so I don't have to explain it. Then again, and simply to import here in the videos folder with the video folder selected, we can make a very simple shortcut that is Control, and here we can choose our videos. Okay, In this case we are going to go to the unit and we are talking about HDR photography, right? The resources pam here we have already imported this one. We are going to import this one as well. Look how simple. We can drag or we can simply click the button and open it. Okay. In audio we are going to import the audios. The same control and we import the audio would be audio field. I can press the control key in Windows and the command key in Mac to select both to open, and I already have both imported in audio, and now I could, for example, go to music and here I have music for my videos, resources, videos, music for videos, and for example, I'm going to put the one that I always put at the beginning of the videos, which is this. Okay. We drag anyway and here we have it. I can put it in the background of this video and I can put the one at the end of my video, which is already known to all of you who follow the channel, which is ours. The one at the beginning, sorry, the one at the end is this. What are you going to see? Okay, and in the sound effects folder it might as well matter. We can also do it with file, import media. Okay, and you have control, and I always do it with control, and we are going to go here in resources, videos, sound effects. And I don't know, we're going to put an explosion. We're going to put this as a word, but that's what I call it. We're going to put in, and here I have some sound effects already put in, okay? The explosion and obviously the media tab. Everything we've done here. I have everything here, everything already packed. Well, we're going to keep looking at what's here. This part here that says add tasks, we're not really going to use this because this is used when we see this at the movies, which it does. Instead of using the lost original clips, what it does is clone the entire clip. And here you would add a clone task. Okay, but I already said that we are not going to use it because it is nonsense. We will always use our original clips. The cinema does it because it clones and checks if it has some kind of error, the clip, etc. etc. And here are the metadata of the video, which, for example, we can select here. Here we see what resolution it is recorded at. How many frames per second is 3080. If you notice, this one here is in 4K. I can choose the color of the clip, which is how the timeline will turn out later. For example, if I put it in orange, then this eclipse will see orange. If I put it in another color, etc. etc. No, what is it going to look like? Then when we drag the clip in editing, notice that it looks orange. It will look different in another color. Okay, because I have chosen it before the clip turns orange, we are going to give it Z control, and from here, little more. Let's see guys, because I already told you that we are going to do everything from here, from the menu or the edit tab, which is the most correct, the fastest, and what I am convinced that you are all going to use. So we have already learned to import material, to our list, art, to our Davinci Resolve here, how to order it. Okay, it's very good to order it to know where everything is and go to what we need at all times. And well guys, all I have to do is tell you what I always tell you. And it is that I always make these videos for free for you, and I do them for 2 reasons, and because I want to and because I feel like it. Of course, I ask you to change one thing, that you waste a second of your life in hitting the subscribe button and activate the bell, that this is nothing to you, man, that it is a second of your life, that it is nothing. And it helps us content creators a lot to be able to keep our channels alive and to be able to continue making this type of video for you. So without further ado, receive a hug. See you in the next video. Bye.